The 2-kilometer rowing erg. Let's chat about it, okay? The 2K row might be the most challenging test of fitness, but it's also one of the best fitness tests which requires both a blend of power and endurance. And it'll put an athlete in a very uncomfortable position. And every time you take the test, you'll reach a point where your mind will tell you to give up. So the 2K row isn't a long test in hindsight when you compare it to other fitness tests. So you just need to tell your mind to shut up, okay? And doing this will be the first step in order for you to finish this test. Don't be afraid of it. You just need to know how to tackle it. So when we look at our energy systems, the ATP energy system will supply the majority of the energy for very short, intense bursts of exercise. And then the lactic anaerobic system supplies the majority of the energy for longer, intense bouts of exercise, about a minute or so. And then the aerobic system supplies the majority of the energy for continuous exercise that lasts over 2 minutes. And if any one of these energy systems isn't up to scratch, you won't be able to row a strong 2 kilometers. So this is where you have to pay particular attention to your nutrition in the lead up to your test. Now, if you are to remember only one thing from this video, remember this. Do not have food still digesting in your stomach as you start your tests. Okay, trust me. Okay, so to register a good time, you've got to start fast. The first 250 to 500 meters aren't quite an all-out sprint, but they're just a notch below that, okay? And then the next 500 meters are when things start to get a little bit freaky, okay? By then, you've likely crossed into the anaerobic threshold, meaning now you're burning stored carbohydrates as your main source of fuel. And it's around this point, your body will start producing lactate faster than it can remove. And as lactate rapidly begins accumulating in the bloodstream, your mind goes from this is uncomfortable to this is pure torture. So your heart will race, your legs will ache, and you won't believe you're only halfway through. And then the third 500 meters is all about quietening the voice in your head, screaming for you to stop while you try to hold on to a decent pace. And so that's one of the beauties of this test, is that it's impossible to cheat. So your rep quality is directly reflected in the numbers on that screen. And a weak pull or push will see your split times rise, while a strong push and pull will see them fall. And as you get into the final 500 meters, well, now it's time to access those reserves. And for the last 300 meters or so, you put the pedal to the metal and you ring in every last ounce of effort out of your body. And if you've performed the test correctly, when the number hits 2 kilometers, you'll be absolutely drained and most likely fall off the rower. Okay? Now, if you like this, you find it helpful, tomorrow I will take you through my very own strategy as if I was completing the 2-kilometer erg for the trials, which I'm so very happy I'm not. Okay, so don't forget, like, comment on this post, let me know what you think.